Hey dolls and gents, today I am doing a dupe video on my Karity eyeshadows versus my MAC eyeshadows. Karity has come out with single eyeshadows. Y'all know that I love their makeup palettes. I've actually used their eyeshadow palettes in a tutorial before. I'll link that down below, and I really wanted to try out their single eyeshadows to see if the quality was as good as my MAC eyeshadows. So I have 10 eyeshadows to share with you guys today, and we're going to compare them to its MAC counterpart. So the first eyeshadows we're going to compare is MAC Rice Paper and Karity Tootsie eyeshadow. They have a dupe list on their website, and I went off of that. And we are going to swatch these on camera. So I'm really quickly going to swatch MAC's Rice Paper. I'm not using any primer, so this is straight onto the skin. Wow. Now, y'all know that dupes aren't dead on, but these are pretty similar. This is MAC's Rice Paper, and this is Karity Tootsie. As you can see, MAC Rice Paper is actually less pigmented than the Tootsie eyeshadow, which is crazy, right? And here's an up-close shot of the colors. Again, this is MAC's Rice Paper, and this is Karity Tootsie. Rice Paper, I used 2 swipes, and Tootsie, I only used 1. Next, we're going to compare MAC Texture, which is great for a transition color in your crease area if you're my skin tone, and Panama Gold, which is Karity's eyeshadow. And again, we're going to swatch this on the back of my hand. So first, I'm going to swatch the MAC eyeshadow. And next, we're going to swatch Panama Gold. And I'm using different fingers, so there's no cross-contamination here. Again, you only need 1 swipe for the Karity eyeshadows. They are that pigmented. So here's a close-up. This is MAC's Texture, and this is Karity's Panama Gold eyeshadow. And as you can see, very similar. The Karity eyeshadow is more pigmented, and I only did 1 swipe, and I did 2 swipes of the MAC eyeshadow. Next, we're going to compare MAC Smut eyeshadow. I know it's a crazy name, with Mr. Brownstone from Karity, and this is a gorgeous kind of like muted gray color. And we're first going to swatch the MAC eyeshadow. It's a very deep gray, as you can see. And next, we're going to swatch Mr. Brownstone from Karity. And I have to say, the Karity eyeshadows are so freaking smooth. They feel like butter in the pan. So here is MAC Smut eyeshadow, and here is Karity's Mr. Brownstone. As you can see, Smut is a little bit darker, but they are just as pigmented, and they're going to give you the same color payoff when you're applying it on the lid, especially in the crease area. Next, we're going to compare MAC Swimming eyeshadow with Karity's Provoke eyeshadow, and this is a like lime green color. So first, gonna swatch MAC Swimming. And next, we're going to swatch Karity's Provoke eyeshadow. I still cannot get over how smooth these eyeshadows are. Like, the formula is bomb. So here is MAC Swimming eyeshadow, and here is Karity's Provoke eyeshadow. Very similar in color. Now we're going to compare one of my favorite eyeshadows from MAC. This is Embark, and this is a gorgeous crease color. And the Karity dupe is Temptress, so let's go ahead and swatch these. If anyone has Embark from MAC, you know how patchy it is. So it's not a very good eyeshadow to swatch, but let's see how the Karity one holds up. So here is MAC Embark eyeshadow, and here is Karity Temptress eyeshadow. And as you can see, these are not very similar in color. I wouldn't classify these as a dupe, but the Karity eyeshadow is definitely more pigmented and it's not as like patchy as Embark. And I used 3 swipes for each eyeshadow. But as you can see, the Karity eyeshadow is more like warm tone than Embark. Embark is more cool toned. Next, we're going to compare MAC's Cork eyeshadow with Karity Muzzle eyeshadow. And this is a great transition color. So here is MAC's Cork eyeshadow and here is Karity Muzzle eyeshadow. As you can see, they are pretty much dead on dupes. Next, we're going to compare MAC's Steamy with Karity Naughty Girl. So here is MAC's Steamy eyeshadow and here is Karity Naughty Girl. Again, these are pretty much dead on dupes, and the Karity eyeshadow was more pigmented and it also glided on more smoothly. Next, we're going to compare MAC's Coppering eyeshadow with Karity's Diva eyeshadow. I really feel like Karity eyeshadows are putting MAC eyeshadows to shame right now. Like, I'm kind of over MAC after looking at all these swatches, but this is MAC's Coppering eyeshadow. This is 3 swipes, okay? This is only 1 swipe of the Karity eyeshadow. That is insane, right? So the last eyeshadows that I want to compare are MAC's Arena eyeshadow with Karity's One Night Stand eyeshadow. Again, these colors are pretty much dead on dupes, but the Karity eyeshadow is much more pigmented. You can kind of see through Arena eyeshadow. So y'all can let me know what you think in the comments down below, but I really feel like Karity's eyeshadows are overall more pigmented. They're very easily blendable. Like, they feel like butter on the fingers. So I can only imagine how they're going to apply with makeup brushes. I'm super excited to start using these eyeshadows now that I see that they are just as great as my MAC eyeshadows, and they're for a fraction of the price. Now, if you do have a MAC Pro card, then they're kind of similar in price point, but when you look at the pigmentation, I think that Karity wins. If you guys would like to see more dupe swatch videos like this one, then definitely thumbs it up. Let me know down below if you've tried out Karity eyeshadows. If you have, then you know what they feel like. They feel so great. I recommend you at least pick up one, see how it feels, and then I think you'll be as obsessed as I am, because I was so surprised to feel how like velvety smooth those eyeshadows are. And especially for a brand that's not high end, I'm super impressed by the eyeshadows. So you will definitely be seeing me using these eyeshadows in future makeup tutorials on my channel. So stay tuned for that, and I will catch you all in my next video. Bye.